Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the continued part of the chapter in science, that is body movements. In the previous class, we have discussed about movements taking place on our body. So many movements taking place on our body. For example, you must be blinking your eyes time to time, and the movements in our body as you breathe. There are so many movements that happen in our bodies in daily life. So many movements taking place on our body. And also in the previous class we have discussed about types of movements. There are two types of movements. First one is voluntary movements, second one is involuntary movements. So the examples for voluntary movements are talking, walking, eating, etc. While the examples for involuntary movements are beating of the heart, eyes will close when dust particles enters near inside the eye. These are the examples for involuntary movements. So movement is the change in the position of any object is termed as movement. So movement is the change in the position of any object is termed as movement. And also in the previous class we have discussed about joints in our body. So joints are the junctions in the body that link bones together. So these are the junctions in the body that link bones together in our body is termed as joints. And we also discussed about types of joints. There are mainly four types of joints on our body. First one, ball and jacket joints. Second one, pivotal joints, and third one hinge joint, and fourth one fixed joints. We have discussed about these joints in detail. Therefore joints are the junctions in the body that links bones together. So in today class we will learn about the human skeleton. So let us discuss about human skeleton. Dear students, human skeleton is composed of around 300 bones at birth. So ಒಂದು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮಗುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ 305 ಮೂಳೆಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. Therefore the human skeleton is composed of around 305 bones at birth. The number of bones in the skeleton changes with age. As the age changes, the number of bones also changes. It decreases to 206 bones by adulthood after some bones have fused together. So after some bones fused together, the number of bones decreases to 206 bones by adulthood. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಯಸ್ಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ 206 ಬೋನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ here look at this picture. It is a picture of human skeleton which is made up of 206 bones. ಒಬ್ಬ ವಯಸ್ಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 206 ಮೂಳೆಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಒಂದು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮಗುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ 305 ಬೋನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ skeleton is made up of 206 bones. Look at this picture, dear students. It is a picture of human skeleton. It is mainly made up of bones. The human skeleton is made up of 206 bones. So it is a picture of human skeleton. It comprises of 206 bones. So let us discuss the functions of skeleton, that is human skeleton. So human skeletons, it provide support to the human body. So and also it give our bodies shape. So it helps to provide support and give bodies to shape, and then the provide protection to other system and organs of the body. So human skeleton provide protection to other system and organs of the body, and it also provides attachments for muscles. The muscles in our body gets attached to the different parts of the body through human skeletons, and it also human skeletons helpful in to produce movements in our body. So it helps in the movements of the organs of the body, and major function of human skeleton is to produce RBC, that means red blood cells in our body. These are all the functions of human skeleton. So human skeleton is comprises of skull, backbone, ribs, the breastbone, shoulders, hip bones, and the bones of the hands and legs. So the human skeleton comprises of the skull, backbone, ribs, the breastbone, shoulders, hip bones, and the bones of the hands and legs, and also bones and cartilage form the skeleton of the human body. Therefore, skeleton of the human body is made up of the skeleton of the, look at this picture, the skeleton of the human body. This is the skeleton of the human body is made up of, is formed by the bones and cartilage. So bones and cartilage form the skeleton of the human body. It gives the frame and shape to the body. Look at this picture. It gives frame and shape to the body and helps in the movement, and also it protects the inner organs of the body, and also it protects the inner organs of the body. Therefore the human skeleton is made up of, or human skeleton is formed by the bones and cartilage, where human skeleton is made up of 206 bones. So let us discuss the bones and their functions. So bones are the rigid organ that constitute part of the endoskeleton of vertebrates, consists of calcium. Bones are mainly contains calcium, that are the rigid organ that constitute part of the endoskeleton. Endo means outer skeleton of vertebrates consisting of calcium. So bones are the rigid organ that constitute endoskeleton, outer skeleton of the vertebrates, which contains calcium, and also they support and protect the various organs of the body. ದೇಹದ ವಿವಿಧ ಅಂಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಇದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಬೋನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ರೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಿನರಲ್ಸ್. ಬೋನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈ ರೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. RBC ಅಂಡ್ WBC ಅವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ bones ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ it helps to produce red and white blood cells and store minerals. Next, bones gives protection to our body. That means bones can serve to protect internal organs such as the skull, protecting the brain, and ribs, protecting the heart and lungs. So heart and lungs. So it gives protection to internal organs, that as the skull. Look at this picture. This is the picture of skull. It protects the brain. So this side brain is there. This part of the skull is called as brain. Here it protects the brain, and ribs protecting the heart. This is the picture of ribs. It protects the heart and also lungs. Bones, and also bones provide a frame to keep the body supported. It is the supported to the body. In this way bones have many functions. So normally human skeleton is composed of 305 bones by birth. So in the birth there are 305 bones, while adult have 206 bones on our body. So an adult person contains 206 bones. ಒಬ್ಬ ವಯಸ್ಕ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 206 ಮೂಳೆಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. And then next part of the human skeleton comprises of rib cage. So rib cage na ನಾವು ಪಕ್ಕೆಲಬು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Look at this picture. This is the picture of rib cage. Dear students, look at this. This is the picture of rib cage. So rib cage is a curved wall of ribs that protects and surrounds the chest. It is under the chest. It is the curved wall of ribs that protects and surrounds the chest. They join the chest bone and the backbone together. Rib cages join the chest bone and the backbone together in our body. There are 12 ribs on each side of chest. This side 12 and this side 12. Total 24 ribs on each side of chest. Some important internal organs of our body lie protected inside this cage. ಈ ಅಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, some internal parts of our body lie protected inside the cage. Therefore there are 12 ribs on each side of chest. They join the chest bone and the backbone together to form a box-like structure. This box-like structure is called as rib cage. Therefore, they join the chest bone and the backbone together in our body through rib cage. Dear students, look at this picture. This is the picture of skull. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ತಲೆಬುರುಡೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This is the picture of skull. Here the skull is made up of many bones. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮೂಳೆಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ಸ್ಕಲ್ಲು ರಚನೆಯಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. So the skull is made up of many bones joined together. It encloses and protects a very important part of the body called as brain. So brain is protected and enclosed by the skull. So skull is made up of many bones joined together, and also skull encloses and protects a very important part of the body, the brain. So the bony framework of the head enclosing the brain and the supporting the face, the skeleton of the head. This is the picture of the skeleton of the head. It is made up of by bony, that means bones framework of the head, and enclosing the brain and supporting the face. It also support the face. Therefore skull is made up of many bones joined together. Another important part of the human skeleton comprises of pelvic bones. Dear students, look this picture. It is the picture of pelvic bones. Pelvic bones. So pelvic bones encloses the portion of the body below the stomach. It is present below the stomach. The part you sit on is the pelvic bones. The pelvic bones na ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಂಟದ ಮೂಳೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಸೊಂಟದ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂಳೆಗಳಿಂದ ರಚನೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ pelvic bones encloses the portion of the body below the stomach. So the part you sit on is the pelvic bones. It is present in the below the stomach part of the body. And also cartilage is present on the human skeleton. So some part of the skeleton that are not hard as the bones and which can be bent. So this part is called as cartilage. Look at this picture. The upper part of the ear as cartilage. So ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ನಾವೇಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, look at this picture, the upper part of the ear as ಕಾರ್ಟಿಲೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೃದ್ವಸ್ಥಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಮೃದುವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಮೃದ್ವಸ್ಥಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಕೆಲಿಟನ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಬೋನ್ಸ್, so which can be bent easily, therefore upper part of the ear can be bent easily. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕಿವಿಯ ಮೇಲ್ಭಾಗ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಲೇಜ್. So bones and cartilage form the skeleton of the human body. ಮೂಳೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮೃದ್ವಸ್ಥಿಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾನವನ ಅಸ್ಥಿಪಂಜರ ರಚನೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. It gives the frame and shape to the body. Both bones and cartilage frame the shape to the body, and also it helps in movement, and it protects the inner organs of the body. In this way, bones and cartilage form the skeleton of the human body. So human skeleton comprises of skull, backbone, ribs and the breastbone, shoulder and also hip bones, the bones of the hands and legs. These are all comprises of human skeleton. Dear students, let us discuss how movements taking place in birds and animals. So birds are fly in the air and also walk on the ground. By birds fly in the air and walk on the ground, and some birds, if you look, some birds like duck and swans also swim in the water. Some birds are flying. ಕೆಲವು ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಹಾರಾಟ ನಡೆಸಿದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಜನ್ನು ಸಹ ಆಡ್ತವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಡಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ವ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್. ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫ್ಲೈ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆಲ್ ಶೂಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ flying. Birds fly because of their body structure are well suited for flying. Their bones are hollow and light. So their bones are hollow and light, helps in the flying purpose. The bones of hind limbs are typical for walking and perching. ಏನು ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವ ಲಿಂಬ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಅವು ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನ ಬೋನ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ typical for walking and perching. As a result, they will fly. So some birds are flying in the air and also walk on the ground, and some birds swim in air. Dear students, look at this picture. This is the picture of birds. So the bony parts of the forelimbs are modified as a wings. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂಗಾಲುಗಳು ಏನಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಅವು ರೆಕ್ಕೆಗಳಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಹಾರಾಡಲು, ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಹಾರಾಡಲು ಸಹಾಯಕ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮುಂಗಾಲುಗಳು ರೆಕ್ಕೆಗಳಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಹಾರಾಡಲು ಸಹಾಯಕ ಆಗಿದೆ. Therefore, as a result, the bony parts of the forelimbs are modified as a wings in the birds. The shoulder bones are strong. These bones are, look at this picture, these bones are very strong, and breast bones are modified to hold muscles of flight which are used to move and the muscles up and down. As a result, the bony parts of the forelimbs are modified as wings that are helpful for easily flying in the air in case of birds. Next one, snake. How movement of snakes taking place. So snakes have a long backbone. Look at this picture, students. This is the picture of snakes. So snake have a long backbone. They have thin muscles. They are connected to each other even through their far from one another. So they also interconnected the backbone, ribs and the skin so that the movement can be easily takes place. So therefore the snakes have a long backbone, so and have a thin muscles in the, they are connected with each other to form easily moving in the ground. Dear students, look at this picture. This is the movement of the snakes. So it makes into many loops and move very easily in the ground. Therefore, the snake bodies curves into many loops. The snake body curves into many loops, and each loop of a snake gives a forward push by pressing against the ground. ಸೊ ಏನು ಸುರುಳಿ ಆಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾವಿರ್ತತೆ ಅದು ಮುಂದುಗಡೆ ಚಲನೆಗೆ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಸಹಕಾರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಲೂಪ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಹಾವು ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪುಷ್ ಕೊಡ್ತತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್. ಈಚ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಎ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ push by pressing against the ground. Look at this picture here. It for snake forms a loop structure. It gives forward push so that it can move easily in the ground. Since it has a long body, snake has a long body makes many loops, and each loop gives it this push. The snakes move forward very fast and not in a straight line. Therefore, it always travels in the loop structure, and it moves very easily by giving its forward push. So snakes moves forward very fast in a loop manner. In this way, movement of the snakes takes place. Each loop of the snakes give its a forward push by pressing against the ground. In this way, movement of the snakes takes place in the ground. Snakes moves on the ground by looping sideways. It always moves on the ground by looping sideways. A large number of bones and associated muscles in the snakes push the body forward. Therefore, a large number of bones present in the snakes helps in the push the body in forward. Therefore, it moves very easily on the ground. In this way, movement of the snakes takes place in the ground. While in the case of birds have strong muscles, and light bones work together to help the birds fly. Therefore, birds fly very easily through the help of strong muscles and light bones. In this way, movement of the birds in the air very easily. Dear students, let us take homework for today. First question, draw a neat diagram of human skeleton. You have to draw a neat diagram of human skeleton. Next, second question, how do snakes move on the ground? So, second question is, how do snakes move on the ground? So, that's all for today. Thank you.